Hey there, and welcome to Copenhagen for the start of another trip report. Today, I'm flying Swiss International Airlines from Copenhagen down to Zurich on board one of their Airbus A220-300s in economy class. Copenhagen's Kastrup Airport is easily accessible from the city by either the train or the metro. The metro which I'm taking this morning is a 13-minute ride to the airport from Kongens Nytorv station, where the M1, 2, 3, and 4 lines all intersect. Stepping off at Kastrup Airport Station, it's a short walk over to the terminals, with the walkway leading you first to Terminal 3. Swiss uses Terminal 2 here at Copenhagen, which is connected to Terminal 3 and about a 5-minute walk from the metro station. Copenhagen Airport is divided into two terminals, T2 and T3, which share a common airside passenger concourse as well as arrivals hall. The airside portion of the terminals is separated into the A through F piers, with piers A and B used solely for flights within the Schengen area. Entering Terminal 2, the check-in area starts with pods of generic self-service kiosks for printing your boarding passes and baggage tags for any airline. Further along the departures hall, we find the airline-specific counters with more self-serve machines and staffed counters for check-in assistance. There are some machines for just printing baggage tags if you've already checked in and received your boarding pass online. With my bag tag attached, I headed up to the self-serve bag drop counter to scan and check in my bag. This whole process was super easy and there was no wait at either step. Heading upstairs to the Terminal 2 security checkpoint, the electronic board here shows that there's a bit of a wait for screening, with the initial estimate showing up to 20 minutes, but the whole process took me about 35 minutes in total. As per usual for Europe, security terminates into the duty-free hall. At the exit of duty-free, piers A and B are to the right, while the other piers are to the left. Checking the departures board, my flight's been assigned gate A17, which is estimated on the board as being a 9-minute walk from here. Overall, the airside part of the terminal has a very modern, very Scandinavian feel and style. Surprise, surprise. Pier A technically consists of 2 piers, with gates A2 through A17 on one pier and A18 through A34 on the other pier. Gate A17 is near the end of its pier, where we'll find minimal seating with only a few rows of benches by the windows. Swiss starts their boarding process for families with small children, followed by boarding by assigned zone number. Zone 1 is for Han Circle members, Zone 2 for Senator members, Star Alliance Gold, and Business and Flex tickets, Zone 3 for Economy Window seats, Zone 4 for Economy Middle seats, and Zone 5 for Economy Aisle seats. Taking a look at our aircraft for today, I'll be on board this 2.5-year-old Airbus A220-300, operated by Air Baltic for Swiss. Swiss has 21 A220-300s of their own, but is also wet leasing 6 additional aircraft from Air Baltic to support their short-haul operations. This specific aircraft is very much Air Baltic from the outside, but on the inside, it's a little harder to tell whose plane you're actually on. The seat headrests are Swiss branded, as are the onboard shopping magazines, while the safety information card says Air Baltic. The crew on board are also Air Baltic, since these aircraft are wet leased, meaning that both the aircraft and crew are contracted. Stepping on board, we pass through the 6-row business class cabin first, with 18 bookable seats. There are technically 30 usable seats in this section, but in business on Swiss, the adjacent seats are blocked, meaning you won't have anyone immediately next to you. Otherwise, the business seats are the same as those in economy. After business, we have the economy class cabin, which consists of 115 seats in a 2-3 layout. I'm booked in seat 7A for this flight, which is a window seat in the first row of economy. Rows 7 through 10 are considered preferred zone seats, but this doesn't bring with it any extra legroom or space, and only close proximity to the front of the cabin. The seats have a simple, light-colored leather back and base, with a headrest at the top that isn't adjustable. In terms of space in the seat, on these Air Baltic branded planes, each seat has a pitch of 32 inches and a width of 18.5 inches. This legroom is above average and surprisingly good, with plenty of space for my knees. For storage space, there's unobstructed space under the seat in front for stowing my large backpack, still leaving some room for my feet. These seats do have recline capability as well, but the amount of recline is limited to only an inch or two. Since I'm in the first row of economy, directly in front of me is the partition to business class, with a leather curtain separating the cabins. On the overhead panel above the seats, we have little screens for displaying messages and the flight progress, as well as personal reading lights and air vents. Taking a closer look at the seat area, starting with the side of the seat backs in front, here we have hooks for hanging your jacket. You'll notice that there are no entertainment screens on the seat backs, and instead, at the top, we have a pocket for storing the provided reading materials. Taking a look at what we have here, there's the safety information card for this aircraft and an air sickness bag. We have the onboard food purchase menu with all the food and drink items available for purchase on board, including soft drinks, juices, alcohol, snacks, and full meals. The last item we have here is the in-flight shopping magazine. Further down on the seat back, we have the tray table which flips out for use. The table is large and impressively sturdy, mounted on rails to adjust its position. Below the table, we have two smaller mesh pouches for storing your own items. The safety demonstration video played on the small screens up in the ceiling as we began our pushback from the gate.
Über einen Flugmodus verfügen und Sie diesen jetzt einstellen. Stoffzufuhr beginnt direkt. Platzieren Sie die Maske auf Mund und Nase und sorgen Sie dafür, dass diese richtig sitzt, bevor Sie anderen helfen.
Cabin crew, from its container. The additional safety information, you can check out the safety card located.
Climbing away from Copenhagen, our flight time down to Zurich is about an hour and a half. The Airbus A220 is equipped with huge windows that let in tons of natural light, which are a big help in brightening up the cabin. Getting out my laptop to do some work, unfortunately there's no Wi-Fi available on board these aircraft, nor are there any AC or USB outlets for keeping your devices charged. On the bright side, there is tons of space to use a large 15-inch laptop in these seats, and it doesn't feel cramped at all. Shortly after takeoff, the cabin crew handed out bottled water as the only complimentary drink offering of the flight. Any other food or drinks have to be purchased from the seatback pocket menu. Getting up to explore the cabin a bit more, standing at the rear of the plane, you get a nice appreciation for how bright and spacious the A220 cabin is, a major reason why it's one of my favorite short-haul aircraft to be a passenger on. There are 3 lavatories on board, with one at the front for business class and 2 at the rear for economy class. Stepping into one of the lavatories at the rear of the plane, it's reasonably spacious as well as super clean, modern, and well lit, with a large sink and countertop. Back at my seat, as we continue cruising down to Switzerland, the crew handed out Swiss chocolates as we began our descent.
Laut ist, Tische und Sitze sich in einer aufrechten Position befinden, die Arme, Jalousien geöffnet und Sicherheitsgurte sicher verschlossen sind. Vielen Dank.
A very good morning here with 23 degrees, clear skies and some light winds. Otherwise, thank you very much. To Zurich Airport. We ask you to keep your seatbelts fastened onto the respective cabin sign has been turned off. Please open the baggage racks carefully as objects.
Touching down in Zurich, we're taxiing over to Terminal A, which is used exclusively for flights within the Schengen area. Zurich Airport has 3 airside piers known as Terminals A, B, and E, which are all linked to a central airside building called the Airside Center. Thanks for joining me for this trip report, and I hope you enjoyed it. Now for some comments on the experience overall. These Air Baltic A220s that Swiss is leasing to supplement its short-haul operations are comfortable, clean, and modern. The Airbus A220 in general has a super bright and welcoming interior, a small cabin, but one that still feels spacious and open. I do wish that there were more connectivity options in these seats, like USB or AC outlets, as well as Wi-Fi. Swiss's soft product on their flights within Europe is minimal, with just a water bottle and a chocolate, but that offering is on par with what many other airlines are offering on their flights within Europe as well.